Good morning, student. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the Mendelism impact on the genetics. In this lecture, we will discuss about next to the Mendel, what will the aspects will be discovered in the genetics after the Mendel. The next mode of inheritance or the base of inheritance are the chromosomes. After the Mendelism, some further discoveries arises as the theory of inheritance, and after the discovery of the chromosomes, this in theories of inheritance is known as chromosomal theory of inheritance. Means in Mendelism he didn't give any kind of information about the genetic factors like gene, how they transform. His criteria is limited to the mathematical results, basically on the statics. He cross over some plants. He postulated their aspects of theory on the mathematical data. Now in this section of this chapter, we will discuss about the chromosomes. Basically, we will discuss about the structure of chromosomes, the genes which are located on the chromosomes, and their function, how they carry out from one generation to next generation and express their characters. So, some important discoveries are there into genetics. First, in 1865, Mendel published their मेंडल ने जो था अपने वर्क को पब्लिश किया था 1865 में, बट ड्यू टू लैक ऑफ द मीडियम्स, this theory or this data cannot be reached to the every person into the scientific lobby. So this is unknown. We can say that this data is remain unknown for or unrecognized until 1900. Means nearly about 35 years nobody will be interested into Mendelism work. So second reason to enhance or the arise of the chromosomal theory, basically we are discussing here the limitation of the Mendelism, how Mendel's work there and what are the limitations. He fails to express about factors. Now they are known as genes. कि मेंडल ने जो था फैक्टर्स के बारे में कुछ बताया नहीं, उसने सिर्फ एक आइडेंटिफिकेशन दी थी कि देयर वाज ए फैक्टर विच इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द कैरेक्टर्स. He said that alleles don't blend to each other, कि जो डिफरेंट अलील्स हैं वो एक दूसरे के साथ मिक्स नहीं होती हैं, बट विद द टाइम आफ्टर द फर्दर डिस्कवरीज इट इज नॉन एक्सेप्टेबल. नाउ his work is basically मैथमेटिकली बेस्ड, कि मेनली जो उसका वर्क था वो मैथमेटिकल बेस्ड था. एंड he failed to describe or to be provide any physical मीन्स उसने कोई आइडेंटिफिकेशन नहीं दी थी अबाउट फैक्टर्स. उसने ये तो बताया था कि फैक्टर्स होते हैं, बट उसके पास ऐसा कोई एविडेंस नहीं था जो ये बता सके कि जो फैक्टर्स आर द जीन्स एंड व्हाट आर द फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द कि जीन्स कहाँ होती हैं. आफ्टर सम टाइम in 1900 there were three scientists we have discussed earlier in the starting of the chapter. I am repeating their name again here. De Veris, and Correns and B T. I am here just their name. They rediscovered the Mendel work. They rediscovered the Mendel work, and at that time, when they are discovering the Mendel's work, microscopy is well developed. Is well developed. Between 35 years, the microscopy is well developed, and this is the beneficial point which are taken by the scientists. They can easily discover the division of cell. They can be easily identified. So they said that there were a structure in the nucleus, a filamentous structure found in nucleus before the cell division is termed as chromosome. Means the identification or the discovery of the nucleus, which are the filamentous structure into the nucleus before division. The chromosomes means the color bodies. In 1902, the staining is performed on chromosome, and they known as color body, so their name are chromosome. After the discovery of the chromosomes in 1902, there are two scientists that are W.S. means W. Sutton and T. Bowery. These are the two scientists who suggested that W. Sutton and T. Bowery in 1902, they suggested that the color bodies means the chromosomes movement, they move before the meiosis or during the meiosis, during the division and वर्कआउट कि जो क्रोमोसोम्स हैं वो मियोसिस के ड्यूरिंग, कि जब मियोसिस हो रहा होता है उस टाइम वो मूवमेंट करते हैं, और उनकी जो मूवमेंट है वो एक रिजल्ट को प्रोसीड आउट करती है. मीन्स द क्रोमोसोम्स बिहेवियर इज सेम एज parallel to the genes and used chromosomes in मेंडल एक्सपेरिमेंट। कि मेंडल की जो थ्योरी थी, जो लॉ थे, उसमें जो कैरेक्टर्स लिए गए थे कि ऑन बिहाफ दे ही कैलकुलेटेड द बायोलॉजिकल डाटा फ्रॉम द मैथमेटिकल लॉज, कि उसने जो डाटा कलेक्ट किया था उसमें उसने जो कहा था कि जो कैरेक्टर्स हैं वो कि द मेंडलिज्म बिहेवियर्स are noticed after the discovery of the chromosomes are the same. So we can say that the behavior of chromosomes during mitosis and during meiosis, they are already discussed into the cellular structure. The important thing is to remember that the chromosomes having genes in pairs, they located or they identify the physical existence of the factors which is expressed by the Mendels. A gene having two alleles located on the homologous site of the homologous chromosome. If you are taking the example of homologous genes, they are located on the homologous chromosomes, means the strand of chromosomes which are similar. Now we will take help of diagram. We represent the generally method of the division. We are taking chromosomes. These are the chromosomes in G1 phase. In G2 phase they becomes double, कि जो ग्रोथ फेज होगा उसमें जो क्रोमोसोम्स हैं, न्यूक्लियस की जो अमाउंट है वो डबल हो जाती है फॉर द डिवीजन. सो वी कैन ड्रॉ हेयर the doublet form of the chromosomes. So after the doublation, when the division takes place, they separates. In the meiosis, first we know meiosis is reduction division. So in anaphase they are clearly visible. And now these are combined together and into the next step, the meiosis second. After the division we have find out a result कि the genes are separated with their respective chromosomes, they are now separated chromosome. The all chromosomes in the germ cells are separated. Starting they are in the pair, but now they are completely separated. The basic phenomena is here is that first we take G1 phase cell which having we are taking an example of chromosome in which the first they are in pair, they are present in nucleus. In second phase they are bind also here. G1 फेज से जब हम G2 फेज में जाएंगे, G2 फेज में जाने के बाद वो डबल हो जाएगी अमाउंट, डबल होने के बाद हम एना फेज में जाएंगे। This is the second and this is the first. कि जो फर्स्ट एना फेज होगा उसमें दे इंक्रीज देयर नंबर, दे आर ऑलरेडी विद द हेल्प ऑफ G2 फेज। G1 से G2 में जाने के बाद जो अमाउंट है वो डबल हो जाएगी। डबल होने के बाद नाउ इट्स अंडरगो द मियोसिस फर्स्ट। इन द मियोसिस फर्स्ट दे स्टार्ट टू बी डिवाइड, तो डिवाइड होना स्टार्ट होंगे। डिवाइड होने का मतलब है कि ये जो क्रोमोसोम्स यहाँ पे जुड़े हुए हैं वो धीरे धीरे अलग हो जाएंगे और फाइनली दे आर सेपरेटेड। जो इनके बीच में जो क्रोमेटिड्स है वेयर द टू आर्म ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स आर बाइंड, दे बिकम्स डिजेनरेटेड एंड आफ्टर द whole process in germ cells the pair is present in starting phase, but at the end of the division each germ cell having the half number of chromosomes. This is the law of segregation. What is the Mendel said? During the gametogenesis, the chromosome number becomes half, and each half set is into its haploid cells. These are the haploid. These are the 2n structure, and this one is n structure. So in n structure, n cell, we can say haploid cells, the chromosome number becomes half. So these are the chromosomal evidence of the Mendel's law. In next lecture we will discuss about the next law of independent assortment of the chromosomes with the help of the structure of chromosomes. So basically in this lecture we have discussed about some discoveries by which in current time we are using the chromosomal theory of inheritance, that is arise after the invention or the discovery of the chromosomes in 1902 by the W. Shetton and T. Boveri. By these experiments, by this diagram presentation, we have studied that from 2n to n formation, the segregation of the characters, how a pair of chromosomes becomes separated at the end of the gamete formation.